we may proceed with finding your father.
Look, Soph. Nazi. What'd you think?
We gotta kill him.
Oh, shit, Arthur, what's the plan? Try to get a clean shot from up here? You're so not ready for this. You'll miss the shot.
Shut up, I am ready.
Yeah, we should try to get up close. Climb down there. I sneak up from the left, you sneak up from the right. Corner him and kill him. Man, are you crying?
I'm not fucking crying. A little nauseous is all.
You gonna flake out on me?
Hell no.
Well, let's go then, little Miss Blaskowitz. Just do what Mama and Daddy would do.
Keine Bewegung! Was wärst du noch bereit?
Hello and welcome to another video review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Wolfenstein Youngblood. Now for my review here I've captured all of my footage on the Xbox One X platform, and that is the version of the game that I played here. I didn't play any other versions of the game. I simply and solely played the Xbox One X version of the game, and that is what I'm going to be covering in today's video review. Announced at E3 2018 and finally releasing at the end of this past July, the expansion/side story Wolfenstein follow-up to the new Colossus is finally released. As a huge fan of this franchise, I was very eagerly anticipating the release of Youngblood, and for the first time ever in the history of this recent franchise, cooperative play was not only in the game, it was the whole purpose of this game. Wolfenstein Youngblood is a direct sequel of sorts to this story, but it also feels weird in that this is a sequel to a game that is still going to receive a full Part 3 sequel to cap off the planned trilogy of games. So the answer? Create a future story that tells the tale of BJ Blazkowicz's two twin daughters. This game is set in an alternate timeline, 1980, where you take control of one of the two twin daughters on a mission set to find their missing father. Right off the bat, one of the worst things about this game is the fact that the two daughters have never killed another person before, yet within the first 5 minutes after getting their first Nazi kill, they relish in killing throughout the rest of the game. While I appreciated the initial reaction that they had just taken a life, it felt a bit stilted in that the game goes from them being unsure to just straight killing everyone. Yet again, that's what video games are, and let me tell you, if you want another game in which you are going to kill a lot of Nazis, then Youngblood will have you covered. However, Youngblood proposes some very interesting changes to the Wolfenstein formula. The best way I can describe how things take place is almost like a cooperative two-player version of Destiny, if Destiny didn't have a persistent online world. The game allows you to level up whatever character you're playing as, not unlike the previous games in the reboot franchise, but instead here there is a persistent leveling system where you are gaining experience and using that to upgrade your different abilities. Enemies will also scale and level with you. Go and beat a bunch of level 10 enemies only to come back when you're level 20 and see those same enemies now at level 20. It's a very interesting and great concept, and one that I feel really benefits the game that they've presented here. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows with Wolfenstein's latest outing. As while I enjoyed my time with the game through and through, the game has some really quite incredible glitches and flaws. For starters, playing the game prior to the recent 1.03 patch, one of the biggest glitches in the game that I encountered was the persistent quad damage glitch. How it works is simple. Whoever joins the host game as the second player will deal out quad damage on all of their weapons. It's an odd glitch that seemingly broke the game for myself and my cooperative partner, and while it made the game hilarious at times, I can see those looking for a harsher challenge being left pretty disappointed. As of this review, the 1.03 patch has released and has resolved that glitch and some of the others that I'm going to talk about here today. Now, this is one of the more pleasant glitches in the game, but I'm now going to talk about some of the more unpleasant glitches that I encountered through my playthrough. There's one area within the game that is downright unplayable in an online cooperative setting, which had my game freeze and crash every single time I entered the area. The solution that my cooperative partner and I came up with is that when we loaded into the area, I would run into the area before him, and for whatever reason, the game would not crash when I did this. But it was very annoying to have us figure out exactly what was going on in this issue. And then we have some audio glitches in the game as well. The game has some very persistent audio glitches in which the game will have the audio skip, kind of like back in the day if you had a scratch CD skip in a Walkman. It's the same concept here. Now, this glitch will reset itself upon leaving the area that it's happening in, and I'm also told that this has been patched in the 1.03 update as well. There are also some achievement glitches that I know have also been patched in the latest update as well. And that's great news. Most of the issues that I'm talking about today were resolved in the latest patch that was released. However, the bad news for me is that I've pretty much finished playing this game at the time of this review, so there really isn't that big of an incentive for me to go back. So at this point of the review, you're probably asking yourself, is the game fun? The answer is simple. I had a blast with this game. The cooperative nature of this game harkens back to some of the best and most fun co-op games I have ever played, reminding me of my times with Resident Evil 5 and the Halo campaigns. I had a blast playing the game. Mostly, it was a fun and very enjoyable experience. As far as the story goes, I find it's a pretty even and well thought out story. My only complaint is that it kind of wraps itself up rather quickly and possesses a very interesting question for where do we go from here, but I won't spoil that for you, especially if you're interested in playing the game. All of the weapons in the game are very fun to use and overall controls just as well as the previous games in this franchise. My biggest issue with the game is that the final boss has to be one of the most frustrating I've encountered in a game this generation. The way in which my cooperative partner and I defeated him was to run up on him as he walked out of his spawn, and we literally both shotgunned him to death. So now you're going to ask yourself, should you play Wolfenstein Youngblood? And my answer is a resounding yes. If you are a fan of this franchise at all, it's a hell of a good time. And at $30 or $40 if you buy the deluxe version, I think it offers a pretty incredible value given the price point. It's a great and competent shooter that really gives some very interesting ideas and concepts for not only the next Wolfenstein game, but whatever they decide to do after the Part 3, whenever that comes out. It's a shame some of the glitches and the unpolished nature of the game dragged it down just a tad for me, but overall I had a great time with this game. It's one of the better co-op experiences of 2019. For my final grade for this game, I'm going to be giving it a solid B. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you remember to please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, until next time.